Today we're talking about e-readers. I've had my Nook since January of 2026. Let's talk about it. I have previously owned a bunch of Kindles. This Kindle right here is the Kindle Basic. I put a video up a couple months ago about how torn I was between getting a Nook, getting a Kobo, even though I couldn't really afford the model that I wanted, as well as an Android run e-reader. There's a couple of versions of them. The most affordable is the Big Me 6, I think, on TikTok. I forgot if that's the official name. I was torn because I was basically trying to step away from Amazon. I'm not a big fan. I'm a fan of the tech for it when it comes to the e-readers. I think at the end of the day, Kindles are still going to be superior in terms of the technical aspects to it. I just don't like Amazon. I don't like supporting Amazon, and I don't like Kindle Unlimited. I never did. I had Kindle Unlimited for years, and I'm just not a fan. And when I did a lot of research on what reader to get, a lot of people would focus on how amazing Kindle Unlimited is and how you save so much money, but I'm just not a fan of it and the books that are on it. So that was never a deciding factor for me. However, I do think that these run really well. I will say I had a couple from 2018. There was another one. I don't think they're as sturdy and amazing as they used to be, like the 2012 Kindles and stuff, but they're beautiful. You know, now there's the color options as well. So just keep that in mind. I still use this for Libby because you can't do that on the Nook. The Nook has a lot of restrictions. The only reason I got the Nook is because I'm a Barnes & Noble Premium member. I love the Nook. I used to have it back in 2012. I still have it somewhere, and they've held up really well, but the Nook is cute. And I wanted something different. I didn't want to go for a Kindle. I didn't know if I wanted to do a Kobo. And the reward system that Barnes & Noble has, the premium memberships, so you get 10% off in person and online, right? For items, you get 10% off at the cafe. More importantly, there's a point system or a stamp system where if you get enough stamps from Barnes & Noble, I think for every $5 you spend, you get a stamp. And then if you reach 10, you get $5 off, and you can let that accumulate for a little bit more money off of your purchase. So you can do that for ebooks. So any ebooks that I'm purchasing, I'm getting points, I'm getting stamps, and then when I have those rewards, I'm able to get books for free, basically. I really enjoy that. I will say you don't get 10% off of ebooks, and there used to be a monthly, like you would get a free ebook every month. That is no longer the case. They canceled that. I don't know if it was 2024 or 2025 where that feature was removed from the Nook e-readers. This is the larger of the two, like I said. I actually really enjoy this. I would benefit from a pop socket. I just don't know where exactly to put it because I don't want to put the MagSafe sticker on there and then realize that it might not be the spot that I want it to be. But I do like the size. I mean, I enjoy the little tiny ones. I enjoy this size as well. It's very comfortable. The books that I'm reading, The Keeper Velocity, which is what I've primarily been reading on this, are very long books, surprisingly. And it's really nice to I can just go walk around with this. It's like I read on the train all the time now, and I used to never do that. And I like that. The things I don't like, aside from the fact that there's no cute cases for it, like we've discussed that, Nook just has very generic cases. And then on Etsy and stuff, they cater more towards the Kobo, stuff like that. So I just have a clear case, and then I put scrap paper at the back. This one's not my favorite. It's like a little marine life one. It is what it is. In terms of what I don't like, it's the lagginess. And I knew that was going to happen. I think the screen is fine. I think there's just a lag to it that you don't always see. Let me see. See, that takes a while, which doesn't bother me. I'm going to go to my home page instead. What really bothers me that there's no home button. Like, this is a touch button, and sometimes it's really slow to get to where you need to go. Like, sometimes you have to hold it in order to get to your library, and it's not even working right now. You're making me look even worse than what it really is. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to go to my library. Here are my more recent ones. I'm just going to click on a book that I already read so I can show you a little more easily. So that lag doesn't bother me at all. What bothers me is that sometimes when I'm reading, hold on, it's still loading. What bothers me, oh my gosh. Yeah, if I'm accessing a book that I haven't accessed in a while, it does that. It's a little slow. But when I'm actually reading, it's fine, right? Like this is fine. I think highlighting can get a little clunky and laggy, and then I end up not highlighting everything that I wanted to highlight. Oh, actually that was okay, but normally it's a lot harder than that. I don't really use that feature anyway, but it is something to keep in mind. But it's fast, right? It's all good, except sometimes when I'm reading outside, it'll tell me, oops, you're not connected to Wi-Fi, which I shouldn't need because these are already downloaded. And even at home sometimes, it disconnects from the Wi-Fi and then it makes me connect again. And when you connect it, it's really quick. You just go to your settings and you click Wi-Fi and it connects instantly. But the fact that it's constantly disconnecting in a weird way is weird. That doesn't pop up often. It's only been like 3 or 4 weeks that I've gotten that notification. But like I said, the scrolling of pages and the buttons are completely fine. It is simply just when you're like in the shop, or sometimes it does glitch out, like, and it'll lag. Very recently it'll lag on certain pages. So I do I do think that eventually I am gonna switch over to a Kobo. I'm saving up for a Kobo Libra color. because that's my favorite. I do like the Clara one. In a non-color option, I would choose that instead. I just don't think the tech for color e-ink is there yet, so I wouldn't mind waiting a few more years for that, but that's the only option is with color. And I love that it has a stylus. I think it's super cute, to the point where back in the day when the Kindle Scribe first came out, like the big one, I really wanted it because it had that stylus. Like I love that. I think it's just so cute. So I'm still going to be working on a more in-depth review of this once we hit like the 6-month mark or something. No, we already did hit December. Once we hit like the 1-year mark, I guess, because I want to give you examples of when it's actually glitching out, because right now it's fine. It's completely fine. I also think the e-ink is crisp. It's fine. I never really have an issue with ghosting. Not really. Maybe once I did and then I reset it. There was a spot that was kind of weird by one of the sentences, like a black line, like a vertical one, and then I restarted it and it was gone. I was worried that I had accidentally like damaged the screen or something, because these are a little bit waterproof, but I definitely try not to get any water on it because I'm pretty sure that's how I damaged one of my earlier Kindles. But ultimately, I do enjoy the NOOK. I think it's a great option if you're not picky, if you're particular about your e-readers, and I don't think this is the one for you. I do think it's a little, it's a little glitchy, a little bumpy. I really wish Kindle, oh my gosh, I really wish Barnes & Nobles would pour more love and attention into their e-readers. I know they do. They come out with like the pearl one, the pink one, or they'll do like the tablets, which I don't care for, even though I did have a NOOK tablet back in the day as well, which I love. It was so cute and so useful, and to this day it still works. It just doesn't get the updates anymore. But actually, I think there's a rumor that there's a new model coming out at some point, but I haven't heard anything about it, and I've been hearing that rumor since January, so I don't know if that's gonna happen towards the end of the year or if it's just not true. But ultimately, I love my e-reader. I'll continue to use it. I'm going about to charge it because I have some Libby books that I want to borrow. But yeah, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon. Bye.